Yeah, well, basically, uh, not much to go into, but hey, Famitsu every year does their aspirations column where they ask a bunch of developers what they're planning. And so there's a bunch of non-stories because it's like Suda51 says Grasshopper is working on a new game. That's it. It's just they're
It's
like,
gonna be
oh,
really cool.
this is what we're
Promise.
doing. Atlas says they're working on some unannounced titles in 2023.
Wow.
After P3 Portable and P4 Golden remasters, they're doing new stuff. Spike Chunsoft
Incredible.
says unannounced large scale title coming soon. Working on stuff. And so,
Can't believe
etc.
it.
And so they just go through everyone and then they all pretty much just say, "Yep, that's that." And
Some
then
bullshit.
Square says there's an unannounced Final Fantasy VII title that they can't say anything about yet. So that's there. Whatever. And then their New Year's letter, which they always do, goes on to describe how they are once again tripling down on NFT business models and crypto and going that road. And they just really, really, really believe in it, guys.
We
They
really
really,
believe in
they
it, guys.
really believe in it. So, yeah, I
But what about the fact that that whole thing crashed and burned super, super hard?
our group has multiple blockchain. Oh, god damn it! Sorry, hold on a moment. Multiple blockchain games based on original IPs under development, some of which were announced last year, undertaking full preparations to enable that we unveil more titles this year. We've committed and we're not gonna uncommit. And yes, NFTs in 2022 saw volatility um, in markets and dramatic shifts in the macro economy occurred. But regardless, they've committed to the development and they're not pulling out. Um, like I don't
You know what
like.
says a lot about that to me? Like a lot, which is all their NFT games are um original IP because people in charge of the brands that people care about probably see that guy coming. You know, the guy in the office that comes with the NFT basket.
Mhm.
And so you get the fuck out of my fucking office. The fuck away from my brand.
I mean, uh, all I can go back to is because whenever I see this and I go like, all right, so who's doing this speech? It's like it's Matsuda. Yeah, okay, cool. So, you know, Yoichi Wada was in place before. The board of directors fucking unceremoniously uh like DJ Jazzy Jeffed him out of the boardroom and put someone in place who they would be able to have their bidding, you know, be represented, and that continues to be the case. So, yeah, a lot of that stuff is not surprising, but the part where you cut your losses and just like fucking I don't know, open your eyes and look around you. like I, I
I think
mean, this is the same
the
company that's
funniest
doing
part.
that Chocobo GP shit, right? And
Oh
and
man, that thing.
fucking
Oh,
First Soldier or whatever, and like all like just yeah. Is it really a surprise? It's like, yeah, we're gonna triple down. We're gonna just ride it into the ocean, man. Sure.
I think the funniest thing about this is that the last time around they did like we're gonna do big and like they never show any of them. That's the weirdest part. We're gonna do NFTs and everything, NFT forever. And like I want to say like a week later they were doing FF16 interviews with Yoshi P, and they were like, "Hey, do you do NFTs?" Like I do. No, that shit sucks. I'm not gonna put it in. It was really weirdly blunt.
Yeah, I feel as
It's
if
not quite
like
as blunt as I'm saying,
yeah.
but
I mean, I want to say like as Ubisoft actually unveiled their like coins or whatever for Rainbow Six and shit, right? Like there was actually a moment where they showed their work at some point, and it was some dog shit. But um, it just feels like if this doesn't actually ever show up, it's like, but is there some sort of like laundering going on? Like, is there some other reason to keep this open, you know? And could it possibly have to do with like them getting in early on it and having like personal fucking, you know, ties to I don't know. I don't know. It just it's kind of amazing because it's clearly just the slowest train wreck, moving at fucking, you know,
Like,
10 miles
if
per hour.
NFT stuff doesn't actually come out this year from Square Enix, I feel like it's a thing where the crypto investors are like, NFT,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
crypto,
You get to tell
and
them. You get to tell
and
them
then
you're
they
still
tell
working
them,
on it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
totally,
you get to tell them
totally.
you're still working on it. True, true, true.
But then they're just not actually working on it. And
Yeah.
also, they can't announce that they're not working on it because they sold Eidos to start working on it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, that was like 6 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to pretend to work on it for like at least a year or two. I saw somebody in our chat just now say, you know, NFTs are dead when Yuji Naka has not been arrested for fraud in regards to them.
Right, and indicted currently.
Did he get arrested like twice
3 times,
more?
I want to say. I saw the story 3 times. Maybe it's twice, but either way.
Because like I saw he got arrested and then he got let out and he got arrested again.
Again.
And I think he got let out and arrested again.
I think so. I think it was 3. It might be 2, but the story as of this week is also he's been indicted. So yeah.
Oh, fucking sick, dude.
I mean, that dude.
Revenge for Balan Wonderworld. Justice for Balan Wonderworld.
He can't stop insider trading. He fucking loves it. Like, if you try to tell him, hey man, you shouldn't insider trade, he'll kill you. It's his favorite thing in the world. Anyway. Yeah, no, Konami also jumped in on the Famitsu aspirations column, and they said that the description is, we are deeply and quietly progressing on new projects that we have yet to announce to you all.
We're deeply and quietly.
You want to know what the best part is, though? The unannounced deep and quiet progress is for Silent Hill: The Short Message, which was rated by the Taiwanese board, so we know what that is because it was unannounced in the rest of the Silent Hill stuff. But now it's like, oops, it leaked. So there you go. Nice.
Didn't that leak like before the Silent Hill announcements too?
Was it before?
I feel like it did.
But it wasn't a part of the announcements, right? So that was
no, it was not. It was like shh.
Yeah. Anyway, it's been rated for PS5, so it's still unannounced. But whatever it is, you know, is coming soon, I suppose. Yeah, they're trying to leave the pachinko cave.
Couldn't have less faith.
And I don't know if the sunlight will roast their eyes after they see it for the first time, but
really couldn't have less faith at all. Like, I have followed this series since literally like T-minus 6 months. No, T-minus a year. And it has been a just non-stop roller coaster of getting punched in the balls since 2004. Since you would be an adult if you were born the day after Silent Hill stopped being good.
And it just sucks because it's like, you know, when it comes to the franchises or such, like, at least with Metal Gear, I would be fine to never see another mainline Metal Gear ever again. I think that's okay to put to rest. But
yeah, I think we're getting one. It's called Death Stranding 2.
but Revengeance 2 absolutely deserved to exist, you know? So, oh fucking well.
Oh
Rip
yeah, that
2.
did exist, didn't it?
There was a 2 that
It did
never became
exist for
anything.
like
There
30
was a
seconds.
it was a piece of graphic design.
Oh
It was
man.
a fucking 2, you know? Yeah. So, anyways, that's the Famitsu aspirations column. Um, Again, not a ton else going on.
I saw
Uh,
what's his name? I saw
s-
Itsuno say, "Hey guys, fucking Dragon's Dogma 2. We're working on it." I was like, okay.
sure. Um,
That game's so far away, isn't it? That game's like, oh, it's so far.
Sakurai has admitted finally that his watch has ended. Partially, maybe he's not sure yet, but
Liar.
he's semi-retired, is how he considers himself. And I mean, dude, just fucking close your eyes and go to sleep for a few years. It'll be okay. But he kind of straight up said that he's like, yeah, I'm 52, and if I continuously make games full time, my life will be over before I realize it. So, uh,
That's a depressing way to phrase that.
it really is, but it tells you everything that you need to know about where he's at, right? So, if there is in fact going to be another Smash, just please just do some other shit and let the man sleep. Um, at the very least, he's gonna just chill and do his YouTube channel for now, and that's good. That's good. He's gonna kill himself if he fucking you know goes all in on other stuff. He's clearly the type of dev that can't hold back, like fucking self crunch and self karoshi, you know.
Yeah, fucking Sakurai and Tim Rogers in a race to fucking kill themselves with overwork, making the best thing you've ever seen.
Yeah,
Who will win? I'm putting my money on Tim Rogers.
and the part where they can announce a game and like kind of just look at him as they announce it and like imply that you are going to be directing this. It's like they like that's not great. That he'll actually get up and drag his corpse and be like, fine, I'll do Smash 6 if they just stare at him long enough. So yeah, let him rest. um
Wouldn't it? So they're gonna make another Smash Brothers game, right? At some point in the future. And Sakurai will likely not work on it. It would be really funny if that game came out and was like fucking terrible. like 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 awful. Because man, I want to see, because I think back, we were just talking about Konami. I want to see the bad version of Metal Gear Rising so bad.
right.
The one that the only difference was
Pre-Revengeance,
Kojima was not running the team, and
the
it was
melon
apparently was
slicer.
so bad.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like I look towards something like Pokken and Arms as like an example of how they approach fighting games without, a full-on Sakurai style, and platformer fighter the style to it. Like it would probably just kind of lean in that direction where they'd get, you know, some Tekken staffers and some other people that to put together something. But in terms of just like reinventing the genre or creating a new one, and you're like, yeah, I hope they go for something that doesn't quite feel like Smash. I hope they go for a franchise that is, yeah, something that has all the, like, they want to continue having the video game Oscars, then continue to have them, but just gameplay wise, come up with something fresh. It would be interesting. Um. Okay. So, yeah, there was also a German rating for something called Dokapon Kingdom Connect, whatever
I
that
sent
might
I
be.
I sent this to Wooly
I
in a
already got it.
frenzy.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I
you
had
already
already
seen it?
seen it by that point. But yes, because as soon as that happens, I'm fucking alerted to it. But there's no confirmation as to what exactly this is. However, it's reasonable to assume that since they recently released Dokapon Up, the Utawareru Mono game, it might be just a localized version of that. So we will see.
I have to say that the idea of an online enabled Dokapon, for two reasons. One, it means that if you would be willing, I could jump on Dokapon. But two, more accurately to other people, the level of toxicity enabled by not having to have physical proximity to the piece of shit fucking you over escalates times a million.
It absolutely could become the most toxic thing you could ever do with your friends.
Like drive to your house and kill you levels of toxic.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're not next to, there's no physical threat imminent in your immediate vicinity.
Oh yeah, no question. Again, it's kind of baffling that this genre hasn't been picked up on by others and just like mimicked truly. Like I've tried other things that came along, like Billion Road and shit, and it just not even an ounce of the energy that Dokapon itself has. So, yeah. So we'll see what comes of this announcement. Beyond that, I mean,
it's New Year's. There's not a whole lot going on.
Hey, how about Fate? Fate.
Yeah.
/ Samurai Remnant.
Okay.
So, Fate Muso is coming.
What's that?
Type Moon Cross Koei. Is that unless it's whatever? What is it? It's yeah. It says Omega Force, right? So, Fate / Samurai Remnant.
I'm looking at the trailer. This doesn't look like Fate.
So, I mean, it's a lot of like Type Moon cutscene stuff going on. But I'm just assuming when I see Omega Force in Koei that it's going to be that type of game. But I don't know. Then and it's just a cinematic trailer anyway. There's no gameplay, so.
Which saber is in it? Is that the right? I don't even know. I don't even know.
Which Japanese kid becomes a giant black man, and also what level of black man does he become?
There's levels?
there's more than one. Yeah. I can confirm I've seen at least 2, right? So, anyways, whatever. Yeah. Hey, you wanna fucking? We can go back to Square and talk about the amazing use of your money that is purchasing that FF collection, if you'd like.
Which collection is that?
The Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster collection, celebrating the 35th anniversary of Final Fantasy, was announced, which is a collection of all the Pixel remasters of 1 to 6. And you can buy them digitally, but to get the anniversary edition, which is again our physical copy as listed, you can go for the special collector's anniversary edition, which is a solid $260 for FF 1 to 6 and some of the other physical stuff there.
Did they fix the font?
No. Or you can go for the standard edition, which is again $75. However, these are only exclusively available through the website, the Squeenix website.
Okay, it's straight. Stop. Don't. Everyone who can hear me now.
Exactly.
Don't.
Exactly.
Don't.
So this whole
buy anything off that website.
It is bullshit exclusive to their website. their shipping standard price is $25. So that might hit 100 US for anybody ordering this. By the way, yeah, I'm dropping US prices, not Canadian. For anyone who decides to go for this, if you want to get it through them, but you have no choice but to get it through them, since they refuse to have it for sale at any other retailers.
Wooly, I can't, like, every 2 years. Every 2 years, every single person I know goes through the same nightmare, which is I have to pre-order the FF14 expansion through the Square Enix website because I bought it from the Square Enix website. I didn't buy it on Steam, and it is the worst. I have to reset my password every time I use it. Every time. And I don't know why. Because you have this password, and then you have the MOG station password, and then you have the load station. It's so fucking bad. It's so bad.
It is slimy as fuck. In addition to creating a false whatchamacallit, short supply, you know. And again, this is getting past the part where they're asking you for 200 and fucking what? 200.
Those games are worth like $4 each.
It's crazy. It's $260. Like what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Yeah.
I'm seeing people say that they're fixing the font.
Well, there is a font fix that you can install yourself.
Yeah, I know, but there's a difference between that because there's console versions of this game coming out.
Yeah. No. So what I'm describing is, yeah, this is Switch and PS4 versions. There is of course still a Steam bundle that is also $75, but like you know, at least in that case you're missing out on the extra shipping costs. But it's like Final Fantasy 1 to 6, you know, yes, some of the best RPGs ever made, like classics.
Seminal, classic, incredible, amazing.
$75?
Not 2 and 3. Not
like
2
really?
and 3, but
like really? Like okay. You know, like what the like, yeah. So or individually at what? $13 a pop?
I don't know. It's not worth
whatever they're doing it at. Yeah. So
$75
on
they better
sale.
Fix that font because like the idea of I need to spend $260 for this shit and then mod it immediately. If I'm gonna have to go through the fucking process of modding it in the first place, why am I not just emulating the originals?
Yeah. It's such shit because it's like the idea of the pixel remaster and how that's happening with like original sprite artists being involved in the whole thing, plus getting a proper port of these games and all that shit and for current consoles is all good. That's super dope. Anyone would want to have those things. But, you know, of course, leave it up to we're tripling down on NFTs fucking Square to be like, yeah, we're going to also just bilk you as aggressively as possible through our shop, which also is going to do it again, bilk you again on the fucking shipping and everything else they do. And there's no other way around it. If you want to go physical, at the very least. Sorry, collectors. Fuck you. You know, so. Well, whatever. That's a fucking shame because it's like it's also like a neat and tidy sort of like here's 1 to 6 as well as 7 being, you know, re-released and all that shit going on in a tidy little package. But like, of course, they can't resist their fucking opportunities to, you know, do what Square's gonna do. So,
where's the worst except for that one game I like.
Or that other one.
Or that other one.
Which is being made by the same people.
Dude, it's so strange. It feels like the Yoshi P side of the building is a different company. Oh wait, it is a different company. I just realized like Creative Business Unit 3 is actually a completely separate subsidiary.
I mean, you want to talk about just the biggest like marker of anticipation towards 16 is like, oh, it's it's these guys that
It's the guys that
did it
made that game
actually.
that people like, and they won't talk to you about crypto.
It's the guys that run away from the office, like from the board members every time they show up in elevators aggressively. They just get
Oh
off of
man, that
they
reminds
they
me.
mash the next floor button and just run out.
I just saw a like soul-shatteringly depressing thread on the subreddit, which was the describing that the reason why Power Rangers Battle for the Grid just imploded on itself and stopped putting new characters out is because all the management on that game got super into crypto
Oh, is that what
and
happened?
started putting all the shit into crypto
I wasn't
instead.
looking. What happened to Battle for the Grid?
Let me go find it.
Because that
Fucking-
game represents one of the fucking bright hopes of multi-platform, cross-play, rollback. Just
Biggest fighting game disappointment is Battle for the Grid dying at its peak because the studio heads got into crypto and all the devs quit.
oh man, is that what fucking happened? Oh my god, Jesus Christ, that's a bummer, man. Because that game, yeah, that game absolutely. Well, the state it is left in is still a fucking good one, which is again a Marvel like 3v3 free to not free to play, but cross play across all platforms, rollback
Hmm.
enabled, fun ass game. So dead though it may be because of this bullshit, we're left with a game that works on everything, and that's cool. Um, damn man, I didn't catch that. I didn't know that happened.
Yeah, it sucks.
I wasn't looking.